Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Zach, but you guys can call me Hazardous. Thank you so much for tuning back to my channel, and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 video here on the channel today. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about all the confirmed weapons so far in Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to be taking a look at the 3 trailers, Red Dead Redemption 2 trailers 1, 2, and 3 that have been released over the past 2 years to showcase this game to you all in a marketing campaign by Rockstar Games. We're going to be taking a look at all the weapons in these trailers, and then if you guys would like to see more on the Red Dead Redemption 2 weapons, we can break down the weapons we have seen in the screenshots that have been released as well in a feature video. But I just want to focus on the trailers for right now because some of the weapons do cross over into the screenshots, like some of the repeater rifles, some of the shotguns, and some of the pistols and revolvers as well. But I do want to take a look at them separately just so you guys can get the proper news and the proper information you guys want without this video being too long. I hope you guys all had a fantastic day. Our video yesterday really didn't do that good. We talked about executions, and I would appreciate if you guys go check it out. I will leave the link for that down in the description below, and also leave it at the end of this video as an annotation or an end card so you guys can click on and go check it out. Basically what happened was the video got demonetized, so it wasn't pushed out to anyone, and YouTube was like garbage yesterday, so no one was getting notifications, so I apologize about that. But the video is online if you guys want to check it out. It's gotten like a sixth of the normal amount of views it should have gotten, to be honest. I mean, we have almost 100 likes on that video, but it has like 500 views. So imagine what we're like, where we would be at today if it actually got the appropriate amount of views. Oh well. But without further ado, let's jump into this. So we're going to take a look at trailer 1 first, and we can jump almost halfway through this trailer. This one was a very small teaser. I would consider this more of a teaser for Red Dead Redemption 2 and not even a trailer. But let's take a look right here. You could see this guy, he's walking with his horse, and you could see a dead deer on the back of the horse because that was one of the confirmed features in the game. But if you look at him carrying that weapon, first of all, the weapon has a strap on it, which kind of confirms weapon straps, which we've heard about before, that you'll only be able to carry a limited amount of weapons. There's going to be no weapon wheel in single player, so you're only going to be able to carry the stuff that you can put on you, like via the weapon straps and your weapon holsters and things like that. So let's take a look at this guy's weapon here. It looks like some sort of Springfield rifle. It's a bolt action rifle. It's not a repeater rifle because there's no like gauge thing on the bottom for the person to like cock the gun. It obviously is a bolt action weapon, and it seems like either a Springfield rifle or just the classic bolt action rifle we saw in Red Dead Redemption as well. Pretty cool. Moving on, we're actually going to go to the next clip here. This is right after you could see, I guess it would be Arthur Morgan mounting his horse in that trailer, but we see this man standing, and he's got the big hat on. You can see the dog right here barking at the turkey vultures, and you can see the horse in the background. This is what is supposedly supposed to be the town of Valentine on that leaked map, but you can see here this guy's holding the double-barreled shotgun. Now this is, I think it's supposed to be a 12-gauge double barrel, but those rifles, or those shotguns are super powerful. They're crazy. So that is another confirmed weapon in this game. And then one of the last few weapons that we're going to talk about from the first trailer actually is that we could see it's Arthur Morgan holding some type of repeater rifle, because you could see the stock of the weapon, and you could see his little handle right there where you can cock the gun on the bottom. You can see all the flames in the background. Absolutely beautiful lighting in this game. But that is the third weapon in this trailer. We actually don't really know what that is, but it's going to be some type of repeater carbine. Either the repeater carbine, Evans repeater, Winchester repeater, you know, Henry repeater, or something we haven't seen before in a Red Dead game. And then of course there's the images of the whole gang riding past the camera on their horses. And if we take a look at that, actually I'll play it in slow motion. You can see on the left, I guess it's going to be Sally. She's dual wielding revolvers right there. And we can also see the man next to her on the Kentucky Saddler with, it looks like a Henry repeater. We have more guys with pistols, but if you see the guy on the right side, just to the left of the girl in yellow, you can actually see a sawed-off shotgun right there. So that actually confirms sawed-off shotguns, which is great. That's actually my first time noticing this before, which is really cool. So those are all the weapons in the first trailer, which is pretty neat. We're actually going to move on now, and we're going to take a look at trailer number 2, which actually features a lot more weapons, just like trailer number 3. And like I said, we're going to go over the weapons in the screenshots as well at a later date. So like I said, if you guys want to see that, definitely drop a like on this video. That would mean the world to me. But let's jump into this trailer and let's check out some of these weapons. So we don't see anything in the first few clips, but right when Arthur Morgan walks onto screen here, you could see a guy basically just hanging out at a campfire. He's sleeping, and you can see he has arrows in his back because it's confirmed we will have a bow and arrow Arthur Morgan is seen holding it in one of the screenshots, but these are the arrows for it. Obviously, this character is going to have it, and Arthur Morgan doesn't have it in this little clip, but we will have the bow and arrow in Red Dead Redemption 2. Further on into the trailer, we actually see right before the train passes through this beautiful shot. This reminds me of HBO's Boardwalk Empire when the guys are hanging out at the side of the street at night and you see the car headlights kind of go by their face. This is the train lights making these lights, you know, lighting up the players in the darkness of the forest. But you can actually see a sawed-off shotgun on that character. If we freeze frame it, you could see a sawed-off shotgun with that character right before we switch frames and we go over. And we're going to advance in the trailer a little bit more. We have a lot of different angles of, you know, people getting hit, and this is basically when Dutch is saying they chased us over the mountains, etc. Then we see Arthur Morgan here with another revolver in his hand. This looks like the Schofield revolver or the LeMat revolver from Red Dead Redemption 1. Now, I don't know if the names are going to be the same, but we've seen more revolvers. I'm just trying to point out every weapon that we've seen in these trailers as well. I don't want to just hang around on these revolvers too much, but then we see a reverse shot of the same thing. Now we can see Arthur Morgan aiming his revolver at this guy as he's opening the bank vault. And we can continue on here. We can advance through the trailer. And now we see another shot of Arthur Morgan holding another revolver here. This seems to be different. This isn't a LeMat revolver. This is one of the typical like Colt revolvers that we see, like a Dirty Harry. It's not a 44 Magnum. It's not a 357 Magnum. It's going to be one of the weaker pistols in the game, I can assume. But then we advance forward here and we can see some more stuff. So this is the bow and arrow I was talking about, guys. You can see Arthur Morgan shoot this moose with the bow. And it's actually in that trailer, it looks like he may have missed. He may have hit him in the legs, but it's really cool. I mean, you can use a bow in this game, which is great. I'm super excited for that. We've been able to use these bows in Far Cry before, but we haven't been able to use it in a Red Dead game, so it's going to be cool to use a bow and arrow. We're going to go through the trailer a little bit more. This isn't necessarily a gun, but it is a knife, so it is a weapon. You can see Sally just stab this guy, or Sadie. Sorry, I keep calling her Sally. You can see Sadie stab whoever this guy is in the bar, in the hand, and it's just nice. That's where I got my execution idea from as well. From that, and then the original executions in Red Dead Redemption as well. And now, when Arthur Morgan's leaving the bank, we could see him having a small repeater carbine in his hands, or some type of small bolt-action rifle. The bank vaults are blown up with his TNT and plastic explosives and things like that, blown up behind him, but you could see the weapon strap back on him, and that's one of the major themes in this game, is the weapon strap. So it is definitely confirmed that we're only going to hold a limited amount of weapons, but we can see him walking out of the bank vault with that weapon in hand, and that is definitely some type of repeater carbine. Literally, the next clip is dual wielding these revolvers. And one interesting thing to note here too is that Arthur Morgan actually closes his eye when he goes to shoot one of the revolvers, which is one of the coolest things. I've never seen that type of feature in a game before. And now, just kind of going over it on my computer as I'm making this commentary, I'm looking at the muzzle flash of the revolver, and the muzzle flash isn't just one flash and we could see lighting physics and dynamics on the character and the surrounding buildings and things like that, but the muzzle flash actually grows larger as he shoots the weapon, which is honestly one of the coolest things. The fact that they made this, weapon shooting physics so dynamic. So maybe we can dispute that there will be a Euphoria physics system in the game just because of that. I don't know if that has to do with Euphoria at all, but just the attention to detail in this game is absolutely insane. And that's another thing, if you guys want to see an attention to detail video, because one of my subscribers and commenters recommended that. I'm going to try and find your name and put it up on screen, but he did recommend that, so that's pretty cool. So maybe we can make a video about that. Drop a like if you guys want to see that as well. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this video as well, because I'm super excited to share this with you guys. The next clip here, we see Arthur Morgan about to bash a dude's face in with the butt of his rifle, and actually going over this almost confirms executions in the game, because he misses his head. He actually hits him in, on the ground with the rifle in like the chest. But this could be a confirmation of execution, similar to what I was talking about with The Last of Us 2. And this is just another type of repeater rifle that it just slams down onto the guy. And then we fast forward a little bit more into the trailer, and we could see Bill Williamson, and either it's Javier Escuela or someone else, and then Arthur Morgan on the right side. And we can see Bill Williamson holding some type of Springfield or bolt action rifle in his hands as well, with the house burning down in the background. And then finally, the last shot of the trailer is Arthur Morgan getting almost bucked off by his horse, and he just shoots the camera with the revolver. Obviously, he's trying to be, he's shooting someone, but we just don't see him because it's a reverse shot on him. And it's just so cool. This is the same revolver. This is going to be like his classic revolver, I think, which is going to be one of the weakest revolvers in the game, because we're going to be able to upgrade and buy different weapons throughout the game, and it's going to be pretty nice. So now let's take a look at the third trailer and talk about the weapons that are in the third trailer of Red Dead Redemption. We should be getting gameplay in June, so these won't be the only trailers for Red Dead Redemption 2 until the game comes out. We're going to see a lot, but we see a lot of weapons in this trailer, so stay with me, guys. We're going to go over a bunch of things here. So again, back to the pistols, we can see this engraved livery LeMat revolver, or some type of Colt revolver in real life. I don't know what it's going to be called in the game, but it's got these awesome engravings on it, and there's a screenshot of it as well that I will put on screen that you guys can check out. It's actually a really cool revolver, and I'm excited to use that in game. Furthermore, into the trailer, just different weapons. We've seen a lot of these before, so I'm actually going to skip over some of them just because we are getting kind of long through this video here. But, you know, you could see everyone around the campfire, and I'm just kind of scrolling through as I'm talking to you guys. But one of the major ones I want to point out here is that when they're kind of walking around and you could see the mist at night and things like that, if you look at his hands, you could see a pump action shotgun right there. I was going to say we didn't really notice any shotguns so far, but there are going to be pump action and double action shotguns in this game. One of them is this pump action shotgun that you can see. Either that or it's a Henry repeater, but to me that looks like he's holding the gauge that you cock back with his, you know, black glove, and you could see the actual the barrel where the slug goes in. And so that looks like a shotgun to me. That doesn't look like a repeater rifle, but who knows? We'll have to see. There's obviously going to be a pump action shotgun in the game. It just depends if we've seen it from this trailer. The next gun we could see is when Arthur Morgan pulls us out on a horse. So you could see it doesn't just come out of nowhere. He pulls out his revolver, his repeater rifle. It looks like he pulls it out from a holster. It should be kind of slung over his back, but since he's riding a horse, I don't know how that's going to work, but he kind of just like pulls it out of nowhere, similar to GTA, how you just like pull an RPG out of your jacket. But in this game, it seems to be a little bit more of a in-depth animation and attention to detail animation, where you can see him actually pull it out. But we have another repeater rifle here. This just looks like a standard repeater carbine repeater rifle. Nothing too major here, but you know, skipping through the rest of the trailer, you could see the horse, you know, the little gunfight on the horse where he throws him off. But then we can also see when Arthur Morgan literally almost snaps this dude's arm, you could see him holding the same revolver that Arthur Morgan usually has, which is that like weak pistol that I'm just speculating to be a weak pistol as well. And then a little later on, we can see John Marston here. He actually has a knife stuck up against his face. This was the big reveal of John Marston that everyone was freaking out about. And to be honest, it's going to be cool to know where he gets those scars from, but that doesn't look like John Marston at all. I know he's supposed to be younger, but this is like supposed to be like 12 years before the game, 10 years before the game. I don't know, man. But anyway, we have the weapon right here. This is a Bowie knife, guys. This is going to be exciting. That's like that's the knife we saw in Red Dead Redemption 1 and one of the knives we've seen in Call of Duty and games like that. But this is just a big knife. These things are insane. You don't want to get sliced, and definitely not stabbed by one of those things, because you are just asking to get yourself killed. And then one of the last guns we see in this trailer is another confirmation of the shot-off shotgun, where basically Arthur Morgan is riding in front of a train. Super brave move by him, but basically you could see him turn around to shoot someone, and we actually see that it is a sawed-off shotgun, or a sawn-off shotgun, however you guys want to pronounce it. And this is one of the frames I paused on where you can actually see the shells come out. And it looks like 3 shells come flying out, or 3 pellets. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe that's just the way the Rockstar editor captured it. But again, I'm looking at the freeze frames here, and you could see that the muzzle flare changes with each frame, so it's not just one flash, and that's kind of it. And then the barrel glows at the end. So just the attention to detail in this game that Rockstar worked on is really cool. And then one of the last weapons we will see in this trailer is that standard revolver. Again, once again, you could see it right here. He pulls it out to do a duel with some guy, and he just destroys him. I'm going to assume, but you could see him pull the lever back twice to be able to actually shoot him, and it's pretty sweet. I also just want to mention that Arthur Morgan has pretty dirty nails. Jeez, man, clean them. I guess we're gonna have a hygiene system in the game as well. But let me know what you guys thought about this video down in the comments section below. I actually saw this from Red Bandit, and he kind of inspired me to do this. I know this video turned out to be pretty long as well, but I just wanted you guys to check it out for my fans who follow me, who may not watch anyone else in terms of Red Dead Redemption 2 content. I know a lot of the people who watch me watch Red Dead 2 videos, Iru399, Red Bandit, and Legacy Killer HD as well. We can see an awesome little community forming here, and I can't thank you guys enough for for being a part of it with me and, you know, supporting my videos as well. So that means a lot because there's a lot of other people to watch, and their Red Dead Redemption 2 videos are really good as well. You know, I kind of keep up with them every day, and it's really cool to see everyone making these types of videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you guys want to see an analysis of the weapons in the screenshots and also talking about executions. I will link that video down in the description below. Subscribe if you guys are new and find this information helpful. And as always, I hope you guys tune in to my next Red Dead Redemption 2 video. Adios, amigos.